There's one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power.
Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Midtown, Atlanta. Such is the nature of life that all it asks and all it wants is the opportunity to appear. You are that opportunity, and so am I, and so it is. Whoever you are, whatever path brought you here today, please know that you are welcomed and celebrated. We know who you are. You're an individualized expression of the divine life in which we all live. And we welcome you. So whether your ethnic background, religious affiliation, however you know yourself, however you describe yourself, you're welcome to be part of this community in whatever way serves you. And here's our vision statement. We are a strong, open, globally connected community centered on the clarity of principle through teaching and service and practice. We create a safe and respectful environment that supports healthy spiritual growth. For a better understanding of who we are and what we teach, listen now to our Declaration of Principles as written by our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes.
A few of the Declaration of Principles we live by.
I believe in one God, one absolute power, and first cause to all things.
I believe that this power is perfect love, and it creates out of a desire to express love.
I believe all thought is creative, and how I choose to think creates my personal experience.
I believe in the unity of all life, and the immortality of the individual soul forever unfolding.
I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of God to all.
And so it is.
So grateful, hey.
So a practitioner is someone who's demonstrated the ability to use spiritual practice and spiritual laws to bring about great changes in their lives. They've demonstrated they know how to bring about these changes in others when asked. Licensed by Centers for Spiritual Living, they are available to provide you spiritual guidance and support in those areas where you're looking for assistance. You may contact them through our website, cslmidtown.org. And today, we've got an amazing practitioner emeritus to give us an affirmative prayer called a spiritual mind treatment and share some good ideas. Welcome, Becky Fox.
Thank you, Vance. As always, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here with your community. And so to prepare for this morning's prayer treatment, I just invite everybody to turn within to that place of the Most High. And let's open up our hearts, because it's in gratitude where it's open to Spirit's good blessings. And so from this oneness, from this joy, I know that there is one divine power that is always present, that is always here for each one of us. And I'm knowing my oneness with this divine Spirit. It is always here within me, always on call for me. And I'm knowing this for each person here this morning, that each one of us is one in this divine power. And so from this realization of oneness, I'm knowing for each of us that this joy is right here, ready to express outwardly. I'm knowing that each one of us is an individualized beacon of light that is expressing this love so powerfully and so easily. So each one of us carries this light that is expressed in our gifts in our own unique ways. And so we are to move forward in this light, with this light, to shine it for everyone. I'm knowing that this morning's message shines brightly from Reverend Dr. Ron, that he too is a beacon of light that moves each one of us forward, that shines the light on us so that we can move more deeply into our awareness of who we are and what our purpose is and how to move through our fears, the apparent fears. And so as we allow our hearts to keep open and our minds to be aware of this morning's message, I'm knowing that we can carry this light onto one another, to shine it on one another, so that we can spread the light. We can spread the love into the world. And so for this and so much more, I release this into the universe, knowing that it is already done. I just give thanks and gratefulness. I let it be, and so it is.
Trust that I got this. I know that I know I've got all that I need, so it's time to let it go. I'm through with complaining, living life small. Every emotion, I want to feel them all. Spent too much time censoring who I am. I am open, I am willing, I am feeling free and clear. Finally I'm seeing I am worthy to be here. I am here. I am here to be here. I am present. I let it all be. I have uncovered the truth about me. The veil has been lifted that always kept me apart. No longer hiding. I'm ready to start. Step into my power and trust my heart. I am open, I am willing, I am feeling free and clear. Finally I'm seeing I am worthy to be here. I am here. I am here to be here. No place I would rather be. It's time I let the whole world see this brilliant light that shines through me is who I am, who I really am. I am ready, I am moving, I let go of all my fear. Finally I know I am enough. I am open, I am willing, I am feeling free and clear. believe I'm seeing I am worthy
To be here,
to be here.
I am here,
I am here.
I am here,
I am here to be here, to be here.
I'm here
I am here
right now.
to be here.
I am here,
I am here
I am willing,
to be here.
I am open, I am willing, I am feeling free and clear. I am open, I am willing, I am feeling free and clear. To be here,
I am here
to be here,
to be here.
I am here,
I am here
to be here.
It's my pleasure to introduce our speaker this morning, Reverend Dr. Ron Fox. He's a frequent guest here, so we appreciate him, his humor, and his authenticity. So welcome, Reverend Dr. Ron. Thanks.
Thank you so much. You know, as Becky said, we both love being here, so it's a real pleasure for me. So the title of the message this morning is You Are Never Alone. So I'm guessing that we all have had times when we did feel alone, when life really hurt and we felt that nobody else understood where we were coming from. But I'm here to tell you that within all of that, there's a deeper spiritual truth, that there's a presence that never leaves us, a presence that never, ever stops loving us. And you know, you are never alone is not just a comforting phrase. It's a spiritual truth. We are not isolated human beings. We are all part of the one, forever guided, forever led, forever held, and forever connected. So I just invite you this morning to let go of any feelings or beliefs in separation. Just be open to what I'm about to say to you, to the message I'm about to deliver. So even if you do that just for a moment, so that we can begin to remember that the connection that so many of us seek has always been there. So let's just examine why I say we are never alone. And I want to begin with a quote from John Donne, who I'm sure most of you have heard. No man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. Any man's death diminishes me because I am involved in mankind. Therefore, never send to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. So Piero Ferrucci is an Italian psychologist, and I guess he lives in the country in Italy, and he needs to take a freeway to get to work. But in order to do that, he needs to take some back roads. And so in one of his books, he writes of a time when he was on one of these back roads and there was a farmer in front of him on a tractor. And every so often, the farmer would stop and he would chat with somebody. And then he would go and then he would chat. Well, Piero needed to get to work, but the road was too narrow for him to get around the tractor, and he couldn't blow his horn because in that culture, it would seem incredibly rude. So he just sat there and he steamed. But after a while, he realized what was happening in front of him. The man belongs to an entire web of relationships, of parents, of friends, of children, all bound by the same customs for generations. And what this farmer was doing was respecting them, was respecting them. He was affirming his sense of belonging. And a sense of belonging is something we all need because it answers the question, what am I a part of? And it gives us a reason for existing, because without belonging, we just might feel like nothing. Our sense of belonging is a need, just like air and food and water and a roof over our top, over our heads. Jack Kornfield is a Buddhist teacher, and he says what makes us happy in spiritual life is what we can give to our community, what we could give of ourselves, because it's when we move beyond our barriers, when we move beyond old fears, old beliefs, old limitations, we come together. And when we come together in community, we bring respect, we bring honesty, and we bring kindness. And we speak and act from a sense of compassion. I love this quote from Gandhi. The fragrance always remains on the hand that gives the rose. So let me tell you something that Jack Kornfield wrote about. He said that he and the Buddhist nun, Pema Chodron, were doing a workshop for 3,000 people on compassion. And at some point, a woman in the workshop raised her hand, and she said that her significant other had committed suicide a few weeks before. And she was feeling angry, she was grieving, she was feeling guilt, she was feeling loss, and she was feeling all alone. So Jack Kornfield said to the group, who in this group has lost by suicide a friend, a relative, somebody that they really cared about? And if you have, would you please stand up? Over 200 people stood up. All of them could feel a sense of compassion for this woman. And she could see she wasn't alone. But all of them were part of the great mystery that we all share. I want to give you one more example. It's about two women in Canada who had to go out on a cold and frosty night. One of them was bringing her pregnant daughter to the hospital, and the other one was going to see her sick dad. These two women were driving on the same road, but in opposite directions. So one might be going east and one might be going west. And it was cold and it was windy. And both of them had to stop because a large tree had fallen and they couldn't get around it. So each one got out of their car, they talked about their situation, And then they exchanged keys, got in the other's car, and drove to where they needed to be. When you and I, when we open beyond ourselves, we realize that we're part of an extended family. We aren't separate. We're interdependent. And we can hold all of the beauty and all of the pain of life in our hearts. Barbara DeAngelis says to us that she writes about real moments. And she says real moments are created by people when there's true intimacy, when boundaries between two people melt and your hearts touch. She said wherever love is a sacred moment. It offers us the opportunity for deep spiritual awakening, because when we love, boundaries dissolve and we transcend the illusion of separation. I want to read to you another quote that I absolutely love. And it's something, when I read it, I always say to myself, I hope someday I can get to a place like this. The author is the psychologist Carl Rogers. And this is what he wrote. He said, before every session, I take a moment to remember my humanity. There is no experience that this man has that I cannot share with him. No fear that I cannot understand. No suffering that I cannot care about. Because I too am human. No matter how deep his wound, he does not need to be ashamed in front of me. I too am vulnerable, and because of this, I am enough. Whatever his story, he no longer needs to be alone with it. This is what will allow his healing to begin. So I want to share with you a very personal time in my life when I felt truly alone. My ex-wife and I don't remember honestly if we were separated or divorced, but for sure we weren't living together. And I was living at home with the children, and I was paying for her to live in a hotel. And one week, my boss asked me to go on a business trip, and I asked my wife if she would come back and stay with the kids, and she said yes, and it worked out fine. And it happened again. My boss asked me to go on a trip, and she agreed. And this time, when I came home, I found that she had backed up a moving truck in front of our house and taken almost all of the furniture. She left me one day bed, one couch that turned into a bed. And that was about, and she also left me some living room furniture which couldn't fit in the truck, I guess. And she had taken the kids. And she left me a note. I've taken the furniture and I've taken the kids. And you may never see them again because I'm not telling you where I am. You can just imagine what that felt like. And I called the police. And they said, sorry, she's one of their parents, so they wouldn't help me at all. And I felt incredibly alone, incredibly sad, and incredibly scared. And I finally picked up the phone, and I called up a friend of mine, and I started to tell him what was going on. And he said, I'll be right over. And he came over, and I walked him through the house and showed him how empty it was. And we ended up in one of our family rooms. And I just stood there and I looked at him and I started to sob. And I just Even now it grabs me. I just put my head on his shoulder and I just wept. And after I had gotten a little bit centered, he whispered in my ear, "Don't worry, Ron. We'll get through this." He didn't say, "You'll get through this." He said, "We'll get through this." And in that moment, I at least knew I wasn't alone, that there was somebody else that was going to walk through this difficulty with me. And that meant everything to me. Ram Dass and Paul Gorman wrote a book titled, "How Can I Help?" And they say that sometimes helping just comes in the way of things, like somebody slips and your arm goes out. A car is in a ditch and you help push it. A coworker comes into work and says they're feeling blue, and you show them you care. It all seems so natural and so appropriate. In short, you live, you help. And so, as we come to a close this morning, I want you to just know this truth. You are never alone. There is always a presence that has been with you long before this moment. And it's with you when you feel scared, when you feel tired, when you feel weak, and when you feel alone. You may not hear it, you may not be able to reach out and touch it, but you can trust that it is there. It's nearer than your next breath. It's nearer than your next thought. It always walks with you into today and into tomorrow. So I hope, knowing that, you can walk from here with a deeper trust in life and know wherever you stand, wherever you walk, wherever you are, and whatever you face, you're supported, you're guided, and you're held. You are never alone, because wherever you are, God is. And knowing that, I hope you can walk in peace, you can live in courage, and you can rest in the quiet assurance that all is truly well. God bless you. Thank you for this morning. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, Reverend Dr. Ron. That's an inspiring talk of knowing that we are not. And we will see you over on Zoom in just a little bit. All right. All right. So now it's time for our new minister, Sacred Covenant Easy Prayer. This is online on the website. This is the abbreviated version. The longer version is there. You can download it and read it for yourself as we go through this. So there is one life. This life is God, and I am one with it. I know that my new minister is a revelation of Spirit as principle, fulfilling God's promise. For principle is not bound by precedent, but operates according to law for those who align with it. Together with my community, I see my new minister inspiring spiritual oneness through wisdom, love, and authenticity. One that is awakened to inner wisdom, communicates universal truth, and serves as a conduit of divine love, wisdom, and healing energy. One that recognizes the inherent wholeness within all beings and offers teachings grounded in spiritual principles to cultivate inner transformation. One that extends love, compassion, and Spirit's transformative power into the wider community, fostering connections that heal and uplift individuals on their unique journeys. As I accept the highest expression of a new minister into my life, I know that they will be revealed in a way that expresses Spirit and serves the highest good of all touched by their presence. I'm grateful, for God is good, and so it is. And now it's time for our conscious giving. And if you're being fed spiritually by these talks that we get every single week, by these amazing ministers from all over the country, please consider giving. If you're not already, if you're online, if you listen to the podcast, if you just catch us on Zoom or on YouTube or on Facebook, we appreciate everybody that is here, that gives and donates and supports this ministry, and we're looking to expand. So doing that, we appreciate your help, and we appreciate you being here. So here's our affirmation of prosperity. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is. And you can give at cslmidtown.org/donate. You can set up a one-time donation or an ongoing donation, whatever works for you. I made a couple of announcements. We've got Reverend James Peake back next week. To fear or not to fear? That is the question. Thank Becky Fox for being our practitioner today. And if you want to dive a little deeper into what we teach and what we've got, the adult study group meets at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings in the Zoom. So you can get to there on our website, cslmidtown.org. Scroll down to Zoom, click the Zoom link, and there's a passcode there for that. And they're going through this book, This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes, which is a great book. It's not very thick. So you don't have to have read that week's lesson to go through it with them, but it would help. And now let's do our affirmation of life. I leave this place now knowing something better than I knew before. I go forth into the world with a heart full of love and a mind full of good sense. I look at the world in a greater way, knowing that I have within me everything I need to create the life I desire. I give thanks for this understanding, and I am grateful for the spirit of life that lives through me. So it is. And if you're online listening now and want to join us in the discussion, join us over at Zoom, cslmidtown.org. Scroll down to Zoom, click the link and the passcode, and we'll see you there. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all that I have. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all that I have. Hey! Oh yeah. Grateful. I just say I am so grateful every day for all I have. Every day. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all I have. Every day I say it. Grateful. How I'm grateful. Every day. Oh yeah. I am so grateful. Oh yeah. I'm so grateful. 'Cause I accept and I receive. I am so grateful. Oh yes, I am. I am. So grateful, hey, grateful. I'll just count my blessings. Grateful. I just count.
There is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you